Hello, I'm Skyler Moore. This segment is called The Basics of the Film Industry, and it's just a few general introductory comments on things to look out for, approach to a problem. First comment is there's unbelievable informality in the film industry. It shocks lawyers that come at it from other industries. Napkin deals actually do occur where a deal is written on a napkin, and that's on a good day. Half the time they're oral contracts, and which is the worst thing in the world to do. We're going to talk about that later. And the second, to add to the confusion, second issue is the vocabulary is unique, it's its own language, and it's often irreconcilable. That is, one word will have two different meanings to two different people. So not only do you have informality, but you also have ambiguity and you have confusion as to the terminology because there's no set definitions. You've got informality, ambiguity, and then finally litigation. There's so much litigation in this industry, people claiming that they've been cut out of the process, people claiming that they had some ownership when in fact they don't have a contract or they're owed net profits, and so you just have this cauldron of chaos from the combination of those three things that lead to endless disputes and potential litigation, and my goal is to stop that for you so that you're aware of the issues, and you do clear contracts with clear terminology, and you avoid litigation. That's really the core of what I'm trying to achieve here. The first thing I want to tell you when you're working on any transaction is that the most important thing is structuring. How you approach the problem and set it up. For example, if you're building a building and you build it on sand or quicksand, sooner or later it's going to fall over. Or if you have, so when you approach a legal problem or a structuring problem, make a secure foundation. How you structure it right up front is so critical. Also, always keep in mind simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Be aware of two immutable laws of legal physics that you'll run into. One is that T equals L squared. The amount of time that it takes to close a transaction equals the number of lawyers squared. And notice that the calculation is logarithmic. It's not linear. That is, the more lawyers involved, the more trouble you're in. Another kind of basic thing to keep in mind is the power of brevity. E equals MC squared is a very powerful equation, and it's short and it's simple, and that's how your contracts should be, that's how your transactions should be, that's how you get to closing, because too many times I see so many people often thinking, I'm going to add this complexity and this and this and financing, and by the time they're done, it's a house of sand and it falls apart. Keep it simple. Whenever you have that choice, always go in that direction. Minimize multiple entities. Try to avoid foreign crazy structures. Try to limit the number of financiers on a project. Try to ground yourself in what's the simplest approach to get to closing.